Hi there. I'm about to talk about the Linksys Next Gen AC Max Stream AC 1900 Plus Wi-Fi range extender. That is a mouthful. But basically this little gadget hooks up to your existing router and it supposedly works with all routers. And if you have dead spots throughout your house, this little guy will extend it. So you have better coverage throughout everywhere. Now, the big key with this Linksys extender is a lot of Wi-Fi extenders out there don't really work that great because, and I've had them in the past, where you have to switch Wi-Fi network. So all of a sudden, like if our bedroom doesn't have a good signal, you gotta manually switch to the stronger signal in the bedroom. Well, this little guy here is supposed to work with the existing router, and so it automatically switches to this system instead of you manually selecting. So it acts like your whole house is one Wi-Fi signal. You don't have multiple accounts, which is a big plus because, quite frankly, the other system I had just was too much of a pain in the butt, and I ended up getting rid of it. So here's a little device. It's kind of big, but it's it's disappears if you plug it into the wall. It had on the bottom, if you need to hardwire it, you can do that. Has an Ethernet connection, of course the plug, and then on the side you can see it has the little button to reset it and then help automatically connect it to your router. It's the WPS button. So this guy is dual band, so it has the 2.4 and the 5.0 gigahertz. It has the beam forwarding technology, the supposedly cross band technology. So that's the whole idea of working with, your device will automatically go to either band depending on which one it thinks is appropriate. It's supposed to be really easy setup, so we will find out if that's true or not. And it just plugs into a standard wall outlet. So, well, let's go plug this in and I'll let you know how it works. So I've now been using the AC 1900 Plus extender for about 2 weeks. I could say it's performing just like it should. Setup was very easy. You just press the WPS button on your router and then press it on the device and it linked automatically, no troubles. I have a dual band, well, my router's actually a tri-band and this is a dual band, so then you just repeat the process. It hooked up fine. You plug it in right by, kind of close to the router. Once it's linked, then you can I tested around 3 or 4 outlets throughout the house, and the app on the phone and also the device will kind of give you an idea, depending on what color the light right here blinks, whether it's too close or too far from the base router. Other than that, my router is not a Linksys brand, so it worked with my router type with no problem, so it truly does work with all types of routers. My only thing that I noticed, so I live in an older home, early 1950s house, and the back bedroom typically only has one bar when it comes to Wi-Fi. When I plugged this in about halfway between my router and the bedroom, I saw about my bars was about 2 to 3, so it did work. It didn't boost speed. However, the one thing I did notice is when we kind of were in between the router and this device, there was a very tiny pocket where it just happened to be where one of my chairs were in the living room, where the devices seemed to get a little confused. It would have trouble sometimes connecting to my network. It would connect and then disconnect and connect and disconnect. But other than that, that was the only thing I noticed, and it was a very small area that I was having that issue with. When you first plug it in, it's set up as a extender where you have 2 different Wi-Fi networks. So you just go into the settings on the internet and change it to where it uses the same network code as your router, which means you don't have to change networks when switching from your router to this device, which is a huge plus for the Linksys AC1900 Plus. I've had other extenders in the past, and that's just, it becomes too much of a pain, and unless you have a huge house, it's just not worth constantly switching your cell phone as you're walking around. Like if you're going to spend 30 minutes in the back bedroom, do you want to switch networks? It's just annoying. So I would recommend this if you are looking for a signal boost. Go ahead and this is a great product. It gives you lots of options. The price point's pretty good, and it works with both Linksys products and non-Linksys routers. So look for it on a major retailer near you. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye.